All right, so we're catching up. We've got Northern Isles here between DauT and TaToH. We've had a lot of great games from both. TaToH seems to be a slight step up. Now, this is a water map, and I know the Woo have some pretty crazy bonuses for water. Woo is over here for TaToH. And so Woo get the extra food when they build the dock. They also have the cheaper and an age earlier careening and dry dock upgrade, which is pretty significant. Careening gives you the armor, dry dock gives you the extra speed ships, and then also getting the food from the dock helps you out in the early game. So per the rules of the show match, they're allowed to replay 2 civilizations because we have 7 games and there's only 5 civs. So I think this is actually an exact rematch of what we had in the migration game. At the shoe, maybe we'll see DauT play a little bit more land focus here because the Woo have better water bonuses. And that should be very doable because they start with the transports here. All right. Gunner, thank you for the 5 months. I'm trying to remind myself of the bonuses at play here. So yeah, the Shu do have really good overall navy. They lack fast fire ship, but they can still get shipwright. They can still get dry dock and whatnot. They can still get galleons. But I think because they don't get the early careening, and they don't have as quite a good as an early game because of the extra food from the dock, I think I would probably expect DauT to play land here. And both units do get heroes that do different things, but we can talk about that if we get there. TaToH's scout over here to say hello to DauT. And we'll find DauT's TC. Sometimes players might be sending their villagers forward to go transport right about now, which I think DauT was considering, so TaToH got here at kind of the perfect time. Yes, they've switched civs, so one could say the shoe is on the other foot. If you're upset about that joke and that makes you want to leave the stream right now, don't worry, I'll woo you right back in, okay? I've got some good ones saved up. I'm sorry. I can't help it. I can't help it. If you want, I can show you the way in the next game, because I'm pretty sure we'll have that civ. Now, how do I use the other civs? Churchins is kind of tough. Take you to Churchin? I'm shutting up now. Okay, I'm stopping. Viewership's been good today. I'm shutting up. And here comes TaToH just right back to his base. TaToH's gone for 2 docks, and he's going to go for galleys. All expected. I think we might see really early careening as well. And then DauT is trying to load up and go for the infantry. Now, isn't it the Woo as well that also has the regenerating infantry? Is this back-to-back Woo from TaToH? I think this is back-to-back Woo. So he won't be able to play Woo anymore. Scout into the transport. Militia into the transport. Villager into the transport. All right, we've got a party here. TaToH doesn't have any clue about the shoe coming forward. Too tempting now. It's just, that's all my brain can go to, is all these puns. TaToH had his scout, but he didn't see the barracks. He didn't even see the villagers were on gold. Validity, I don't know how your father was with jokes, but my dad was, the more you said dad, stop telling dad jokes, the more he would do it. And I kind of view my chat as my children. And you empower me. The more you cringe, the more I want to make jokes. So just ignore it, make no reaction, and that is your best chance. And me not making those jokes. We got an archery range there from DauT. Oh, and I love this. DauT knows that huts have no armor, so you can actually take out the huts very quickly. You do start with the huts on this map. Nice damage control from TaToH, I guess. His galleys are looping around to kill DauT's fish. DauT has the fire galleys, though, and that cheap and early careening hasn't played a role. It's very difficult to play galleys when you've got everything else to look at. DauT, his man-at-arms are out of position. His archery range is up. He'll try and produce archers. TaToH's going to trap him, though. DauT, your man-at-arms are just out of position, bro. You can't allow this to happen. This could be really good for TaToH. Oh, my God. He tries to save this Vil. Okay, loses it. DauT should just, honestly, attack the tower foundation. Attack the tower foundation. And if you can afford arson, maybe try it. But, yeah, keep the archers in the range. What you can't do is run too far away from the tower because then the tower hits you. This isn't easy to do. I like the walls there from DauT. I also like the fact that he hasn't lost his fish because TaToH cannot micro galleys at the same time. Yeah, DauT is nice and close underneath that tower. This is actually working for him. TaToH needs a wall on this side of the range so the archers can't escape. And TaToH, okay, finally gets the man-at-arms to pull a bit further away than he wanted, but the archers are out already. That's sick. I think this is great for DauT. The score doesn't say that right now, but DauT's eco is completely untouched at home, and that gives you a lot of power here. TaToH could have just lost the game. This could have been GG. He could have lost everything. This defense is still incredible, and in the end, I think he's probably going to keep this tower up and kill this Vil. But he does have ranged units that could pop out of this range to attack him again. Still has these villagers, for example. And this is a water map where DauT could come back to fight on water as well. So, crazy game. Villager goes down. And TaToH hasn't been able to get to the fish. DauT behind that. Fire galleys headed this way. Knows that TaToH's probably over here somewhere. And DauT up to 7 fishing ships. Did DauT lose a villager to the boar? Okay. DauT lost a villager on TaToH's island, and then he also lost a villager to a boar. But there's a lot happening, guys. There's a lot happening. Fletching and armor's in for DauT. He kills the skirmisher. This villager's here. That villager probably won't survive. TaToH will lose it. DauT should get the snipe. DauT does. The range can still send units out this way. Archers that DauT had over here were just cleaned up by TaToH. TaToH's probably really frustrated with all of this, and DauT did not actually patrol the fire galleys the full way. He'll notice that, though, because now he's losing his archers, so he won't have a lot else to really look at. Feels like if that would have been patrolled to the north, he would already be engaging here, but I think TaToH would have defended from it anyways. It's good stuff from TaToH. Yeah, so first time we get to see the Shu actually play with archers. I have a feeling DauT's going to do that again here. We've got an archery range. But honestly, I think the most natural thing for you to do now is go water. Because TaToH has a lot of leftover army. This is going to be transported over. I think DauT is producing this range to make skirms at home. Because he knows that. But if you have Navy control now, you can stop these transports from happening, right? It's also way less annoying now that you can fit 20 units inside of a transport ship. Wait, is that the base now? Or is the base 10, but TaToH got careening? I guess I can look at the armor. I think the base is 20 on a transport ship now. Because I remember thinking that I would have made it 10 and still unlocked one of them behind a tech. But yeah, you could just get all your units now, collect them up, put them into the transport, send them over. Great game sense from DauT. Just to, like, remember, like, these units are definitely going to come over here. But, could be awkward. Careening is now in for TaToH. So, yeah, that just doesn't add carrying capacity anymore. And TaToH's got a pretty solid Navy count. This engagement's solid for him. DauT will be in Castle Age a little bit faster, but TaToH seems like he has DauT's number today. Someone asking, so the new 3 Chinese have heroes? Yes, the 3 kings, or 3 kingdoms, civilizations have heroes, yes. And there's a lot of people disappointed in that. Dry dock comes in immediately. I mean, faster ships, tankier ships with these techs for TaToH. And TaToH, he doesn't actually have that many regular fires, but he is committing to the war galleys now. And there are a couple fires back here from DauT. These are the fish killers here. So if these kill all the fish, DauT's situation won't actually be that horrible. Especially if he can defend his own fish, but that might be tough. Man, dude, I'm not used to seeing dry dock in Castle Age. That is so freaking fast. That is crazy, dude. Are these the fastest Castle Age ships? Is it fast? I guess it would be, right? Those ship can compete with that. Maybe Berbers? DauT trying to get into position here. But he's not doing any damage. He's hitting the dock there. The TaToH knows that. He positioned his units perfectly. TaToH's just so good on these maps. And DauT just kind of trying to win water. TaToH not really letting him. Second TC's on the way. TaToH getting Bodkin Arrow, which he hasn't had this whole time. And I think DauT, he's staring down the barrel of a 4-1, about to be a 5-1. I'm sure he's very grateful that it's $20 per loss. I told them both I wanted the prize pool to be, like, to allow experimentation. If I made it really winner heavy, then people wouldn't have tried different things, right? But, yeah, TaToH just keeps racking up the wins here. Just when TaToH gets a lead, you just feel like he's not going to lose. Especially on a water map. I do have... I think that they have saved the best for last. Because the final map is Amazon Tunnel. I don't know which civs are going to be best on Amazon Tunnel. I don't know what in the world's going to happen there. But maybe we'll see some craziness there. And DauT dropping TC number 3 now. Damn. It's $20 per loss, and it's $30 per win. For a total of $350. So again, thanks to everyone who's resubbed and subbed today. We have another show match after this too, so I think the second show match is like, it's similar. It's a little less money than that. I think it's like $250 or something, but I wanted some good games. I want some fun players. I want some content for the stream and for YouTube eventually, and this has been it. Now, if this goes late, it is pretty even at that stage. Like, we've seen the Wu benefit from their bonuses, but this is kind of getting to the point where it feels like it's getting late. DauT, not late in the day, but like late in the game. DauT's not that far behind on Eco, even though he doesn't have fish. And the Shu do have a good Navy tech tree. Now, they don't get fast fire, which can hurt getting out of trouble. Normally, you use that to reclaim water in early imp, but you do have the Luchuan. You do have all these upgrades, Shipwright, Galleon. But I think right about now, TaToH could add fish again. He doesn't know about this fire, but he might be tempted to add fish now that he's starting to win some of these fights. And it just took some time for his Navy to actually get over here. And it's the correct move from DauT to just give up on water now. Yeah, Asmiel, the starting time for DauT and King Boo was supposed to be over an hour ago. I think John Slow might not be able to play, and I might need to find somebody else to play King Boo. They said originally they were down for a play all 5. Maybe we could just do it a best of 5 or something. That could probably be a bit better. I reached out to them, and we'll see. But 58 eco versus 61. Lots of dings. Man, devs, if you're watching, we're not going to add more dock sounds? It's just a different type of ding every time, huh? All right, even though there's not a single visible bell on every single ship. I'm not saying I have any ideas. I'm just saying there's a lot of dings. You click a dock to produce a ding. You click a ship, a ding. You click anything out of the dock, it's a ding. That's all they've got. I don't know what else they could do, though, so. DauT will start to lose his houses. He needs to find a spot to drop a castle so he can reclaim water. But it's going to be tough to do that because the galleons can range the shoreline. Also, a transport would be sick, but again, how are you supposed to do that if TaToH can see everything? Chat, if you could, because some people have been critical of certain bonuses, right? If you were a dev for a day and there was a bonus you would add, not necessarily to a specific civ, but just a bonus you think could be in the game, what are your ideas? I have said one many times, and I am shocked that it's never come with any of these DLCs. I think it's a pretty reasonable bonus. Maybe it's too much of a 2019 bonus. You know, there's no heroes or area of effect or any of that stuff. Don't say anything about pathing. You're not going to be able to fix pathing. Nobody can fix pathing, apparently, but... Swap market and university in the tech tree? Wait, what? I meant just like a technology or like a team bonus or something. Wolves don't attack you, they become your guard dog? What? Free archer ranges on neutral islands. Celt monastery should double as a university. Okay. All right, let me give you, and I'm not even memeing. I actually think a good team bonus, or even maybe if not a team bonus, like a civ bonus, would be see enemy dock location. See starting enemy dock location, like what you would get with Vietnamese TCs, but for docks. I actually think that'd be super interesting. It could help in team games. That could help in like 1v1s to know dock locations. Chat is saying OP. Chat, we have heroes with giant green orbs around them that regenerate at a massive speed and add movement speed and attack speed. And you're going to sit here and tell me that it's seeing the starting dock location that would be OP. Come on, bro. Not saying you have to love all of my ideas. It's a nice bonus, dude. It's a nice bonus. And you could apply some strategy and adaptations based on that, you know? I think it's pretty nice. Your idea is better than Heroes? Okay, well, I'll take that at least, I guess. Well, TaToH and DauT, similar distance from the Imperial Age now. But TaToH has more ships. He has more of the boats. 27 of them, at least with war galleys. There's only 12 for DauT. DauT did dock on the front. I don't want, not every dock. I mean the starting dock, right? The starting dock for every player, just like it would be for TCs with Vietnamese. That would be how I would implement it. I think it's kind of interesting. A lot of people are in love with elite petards, though. Which is, we've had multiple people bring that up. I wouldn't hate that. At the very least, I think petards should do more damage versus regular units. Not to the point where you make them like land demos, but just do a little bit of something, you know? Okay, DauT didn't know about that castle. He immediately backs up. And there's a lot of stone and gold in the middle there. TaToH getting Red Cliff Tactics. Is Red Cliff Tactics the burn damage? Or is that Sitting Tiger? I might need some help here from chat. One of them does the burn damage. And apparently Red Cliff Tactics is that one, according to Dusty. Thank you, Dusty. Yeah, TaToH with demos that do burn damage. Yeah, this is not going to be good for you, DauT. I think TaToH might create a massive surround on either side here and come in and try and boom these bad boys. Because DauT doesn't really have a lot of space to move around here. This is... Guys, this is going to be horrible for DauT. I think if this wasn't a show match, we might see TaToH make more galleons. But he wants to have some fun here. So get your T90 demo emotes ready. There's the new boat, the Loose Swamp. Can't really see it, but there's a couple of them now. It's kind of like a drawman or a cannon galleon. They look really cool, really extravagant. TaToH's going for it, guys. He's got demos on the left. He's got demos on the right. Let's go to DauT's point of view. DauT cannot see any of this. DauT sees nothing. I'm not going to move around much because I feel like this would be an amazing YouTube short. I'm doing this for you, Hardy. Just for the edit. He has no clue what's waiting for him. Oh, man. There's demos coming from the left side. Now, he's going to run because he sees this. And he is going to run into another group of demos. TaToH comes in. And TaToH will simply destroy everything. Goodbye, DauT's. Goodbye. That was a textbook boom there from TaToH. That was amazing. And that's going to YouTube. So, hi, YouTube. That's sick, man. And now, DauT's sitting here like, what in the world was that? He's put up a lot of fight today in really bad situations. I respect it, but, I mean, how are you supposed to recover now? He isn't producing anything. Is he? Are you here? He's maybe talking. Are you okay, DauT? Did DauT just get boomed physically? Oh, no. Okay, he says GG. He's probably looking at the tech tree. Probably just looking through, like, how did that happen? Did he have any unique bonuses? He did. The thing is, the burn damage didn't really happen. Like, the way the burn damage works is there's damage dealt to the ship if it survives. But, like, no ship survived, so I don't think the burn damage played a really big role. And TaToH, yeah, he just had a really nice lead. Like, TaToH just played so good after the landing. I think DauT's regret is that he lost the landing in the first place. Like, the fact that he got trapped there was really poor, or really regrettable at least. But TaToH made the most of it, walled them in. Man-at-Arms were kind of out of position because they were attacking the hut. And, yeah, TaToH made him pay. I think Wu were definitely one of the best naval civs in the game, both with their ecos, but also with some of the bonuses that they have. And Shu had to take it to land in some ways, I'd say. So we got one more game between these two. We'll see what civs they go for. And Capture Age crashed on me.